All right, shall we get going, Sharon?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, good evening, Genesis Center Board of Directors, staff, community members, partners, and guests. Thank you all for joining us this evening. In the spirit of respect, reciprocity, and truth, I, as an inhabitant of Calgary, Alberta, honor and acknowledge Mohkinstsis and the traditional Treaty 7 territory and oral practices of the Blackfoot Confederacy, Siksika, Kainai, Pikaini, as well as the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chickasee, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations, and the Tsuut'ina Nations. We acknowledge that the territory we work and live upon is home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3, within the historical Northwest Métis homeland. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Sherry King, the Executive Director of the Genesis Center, and I'll be hosting this evening's virtual AGM. We will have a very brief Q&A period at the end, and if at any time you have any questions or need any support with the virtual platform, please type your question into the chat bar at the bottom of your screen, or it might be on the right if you've already clicked it, and our amazing moderator, Mohammed, will help you out. Right now, I'd like to please welcome our board president, Sharon Evans, for the official start to the AGM and the presidential message. Sharon?
I'd like to call for motion 0021 to call the AGM to order at 7:05. Can I have a motion, please?
I move.
Thomas is the first. Can I have a seconder, please?
I second.
Greg was next, sorry. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is passed. I'd like to just take a few minutes to talk about the year. Every year we make plans on what we're going to do, and then life happens. And in the past, it's always been something great, where we've got the Canada 150, or we've got Multiculturalism Day, or we have opportunities that have been presented before us. And in 2020, we had a change to our plans, but unfortunately it wasn't an opportunity. So one of the things we had to do is we had to really go back to what our core is. We looked at our mission, our vision, and our values. And I'm very happy that we put the work in and we felt very comfortable with those. And then based on what our core is, we looked at our budget and our processes. We looked at where we could get assistance, be it from federal, be it from provincial, be it from municipal. We looked at how we could do the work, and we looked at what we needed to continue doing to service our community. And I think that in COVID times, we have learned that you plan, cancel, plan, revise, cancel, plan, and then finally you get to your point. And I just want to say that I am so pleased and so proud of the board and the staff for all the work they've done over this past year to move us forward. It has been a very trying time. And, you know, the thing is, none of us have any experience in doing this. But because we have some great skills, because we're collaborative, because we respect each other, because we believe in kindness, I think we've done an outstanding job. And again, I just want to thank everybody, the staff and the board, for everything that they've done and for their ability to look at the traditional things that we do and turn, and as one of those words we hear 1,000 times, pivot, so that we can keep moving forward. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for all of their works, all their work, all the committee work, all the work done by everybody. So now I'd like to hand it back to Sherry.
Great, thank you, Sharon. Mohammed, if you want to put our slideshow up. Perfect, I hope everyone can see that. Before I get started with the 2020 year in review, I wanted to thank you all for taking the time out of your evening to join us. This is our second annual general meeting held via the Zoom virtual platform. Although we have all become fast experts in the virtual meeting world, it is simply not the same as seeing you all in person. Hopefully next year we can get back to hosting the AGM in person and welcome you all into the Genesis Center, share some food, and have a nice visit together. 2020 was a year to truly test our resilience. A 2-week shutdown to flatten the curve quickly turned into a year that none of us will ever forget. The Genesis Center was closed for more than 100 days, but it wasn't all bad news. During this time, we were able to work with our partners to change how we service the community. We understood that food security, for example, was a major issue, and that some youth had their food security, that one consistent meal that they could really count on, taken away from them literally overnight. With the amazing support from the Salvation Army, Brown Bagging for Kids, Dashmesh Cultural Center, Meals on Wheels, and the Calgary Food Bank, we were able to support some of these immediate concerns, offering emergency hampers, hot meals, and some much needed security. In addition to this, we were able to help with a number of clothing drives, back to school supplies, the SEMA mask and sanitizer kits, Christmas hampers, and so much more. We will continue to work with our partners to support our community in any way possible. As those needs change and adapt, the Genesis Center team will be there. In order to be impactful, we will also need to sit back and listen. What is truly needed? What is our role here? How can we support? And how can we be part of the larger picture? We will always work closely with our strategic partners to bring the world to the Genesis Center and fill in any need that we can. One thing 2020 taught us is that no matter what, we're all in this together. Our digital platforms were a key way we were able to stay engaged and connected to our community and every one of you. Thank you all for the virtual meetings, the words of encouragement, the happy smiles on the other end of the screen. They have all meant so much to us. 2020 was a challenging year for our Genesis Center family in a number of ways. We have had to temporarily say goodbye to some of our key frontline teammates and have been operating on a very small skeleton crew for the bulk of the year and continue to be in the staffing model as we move forward through this pandemic. Despite all of these challenges, our team remains strong, finding new ways to engage, have fun, and work together. We hosted an online holiday celebration in December. We used Photoshop to help us to complete this, our socially distant staff photo for our holiday card, and we've learned a lot of new ways to do things virtually. In addition to this, we have taken advantage of a lot of online training opportunities to keep our team strong and adapting to our future needs. For 2020, we had to bring special events into the homes for our community members versus inviting the community to the Genesis Center. For Alberta Culture Days in September, we held a number of virtual events, including bread making, mandala making, outdoor youth cipher projects, storytelling, and family fun days, as well as a number of other outdoor activities and cultural crafts. In October 2020, the Genesis Center team was awarded the TD Inclusion and Diversity Award. This was such an amazing honor. We are an inclusive community hub and are always working to grow and strengthen our skills to better welcome everyone. Our services may look a little different right now. We're not able to be that organic living room space for the community to gather and just simply be with each other. We may not be able to host the cultural and community events that we're used to, but rest assured, we are here, still making a large impact on our community and supporting with the ever-changing needs. We will always be here for our community. If that means a free hot lunch program, a drive-through emergency food hamper, or school supplies initiative, whatever the needs are, we will be here doing everything we can to support. We're all in this together. In 2019, we opened the City of Calgary Outdoor Skate Park. In 2020, was spent working on our next phase of outdoor recreation and leisure opportunities. And as we move into 2021, we are now in the construction phase for our outdoor fields, knowing that now, more than ever, we truly value our outdoor recreation areas. The Genesis Center Artificial Turf Field is a premium field compared to a Class A natural turf. This will be the first outdoor artificial turf field in the Northeast Calgary. There are approximately 10 other outdoor fields currently just like this around Calgary, but again, none in the Northeast. As a community design field, this field will be the only field of its kind right now that will be accessible to the public when not booked for scheduled bookings, providing that much needed organic community space to kick a ball around with your family or toss the frisbee, just to name a few things. Now more than ever, we appreciate the value of our amazing outdoor sports and recreation areas here in Calgary. These fields will represent an outdoor extension complementary to the already successful indoor activities supplied to the community by the Genesis Center. We are working to build on the outdoor amenities at the Genesis Center, ideally with an inclusive playground and multi-play game surface, some gathering space furniture with some shade so that the entire family can come out and play together is all part of our Phase 2 hopes for this project. This new outdoor space will complement our recently built outdoor skate park, providing active living for all members of the community. This facility, the Genesis Center, has become such a staple in the community and simply continues to grow beyond its expectations, servicing nearly 2 million visitors in 2019. Hence why there is a consistent need for new amenities like this outdoor renovation. Genesis opened its doors in January 2012. Our feature gym and event center was then opened as our phase 2 a few years later, and in 2019, the City of Calgary Skate Park was opened to the public. Now, this amazing turf and outdoor amenities. Because the demand for it is so high and the need is so strong, the Genesis Center is dedicated to being the hub for the community, bridging people in shared celebration, learning, and play. Thank you to all of our partners at the City of Calgary, the Provincial Government of Alberta, and our own operations manager, Doug Taggart, who's here with us tonight. Without you, this project would not have been possible. We appreciate the opportunity to continue to grow our services, enhancing the beautiful outdoors, and can't wait to see the community outside enjoying these new amenities. Hopefully, we will be able to host a community ribbon cutting ceremony in person later this year. While we strive to create an impact in our community, we also strive to impact the lives of our teammates. We value hard work, dedication, and celebrate as a family. I'm pleased to announce the Years of Service Award for staff and board members achieving 5 and 10 years of committed service to the Genesis Center. This year, we would like to honor and celebrate our teammates, Esma, Rosa, Syed, for their 5 years of service. As well, acknowledge my 10th year as a staff member and 14th year as part of the Genesis Center family, building the dream together. Thank you once again to all of our team members. Without you, Genesis Center wouldn't be able to do all of the amazing things we do here and make such a huge impact on the lives of our fellow Calgarians. Mohammed will arrange to get you guys all your prizes and awards as well. Now I'd like to turn your attention to our annual community grant and scholarship winners. This year, we're happy to announce 3 community grant winners and 2 scholarship recipients. One of the other ways that the Genesis Center ensures we are impacting the lives of those around us is with our annual scholarship and community grants programs. Each year, our board of directors recognizes youth leaders who demonstrate academic achievement as well as strong community involvement. In 2020, 2 such youth received scholarships from the Genesis Center. We would like to congratulate both Treva and Megan. We wish both of these young people all the best with their education and career goals. And thank you to everyone who submitted an application for this scholarship. It's really great to see so many youth so active in building community. Let's hear from our scholarship recipients. Can't hear the volume, Mohammed.
Hello, my name is Treva Keem, and I'm one of the recipients of the Genesis Center Student Award. Currently, I attend the University of Calgary as a biological sciences student. Before my home became my classroom, I attended Nelson Mandela High School. I focus my free time promoting mental health awareness and diversity at school with fundraising and volunteering at Peer Ambassadors Club and as a member of CEWA. My commitment to Northeast Calgary doesn't end there, as I volunteer with Alberta Health Services. I'm a lead summer camp volunteer with the Telespark Science Center and a member of the Calgary Foundation's Youth Council. Simply put, I do this because these organizations gave me the opportunity to be an active member of Northeast Calgary after a period of time when I felt disconnected from it. Being part of these organizations and clubs, they show me why Calgary is such a great place to live. For now, I hope to pursue an MD in psychiatry and continue supporting my community. Of course, engaging with the community, or everything for that matter, got a whole lot more challenging because of this pandemic. Therefore, I'm very grateful for this award, especially before the school year, with the financial strain and stress lockdown caused by family and I. For those who made this award possible, thank you for the support you've given me, a fellow recipient, and past and future winners, for recognizing youth that love Calgary just as much as the Genesis Center does.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Farrell and I'm thrilled to be one of the 2 Genesis Center Student Award recipients. I graduated from Bishop McNally High School in 2020 as class historian, and I was part of many extracurriculars such as the concert band, STEM club, student council, jazz band, as well as being the boys rugby medic. Currently, I am studying at the University of Calgary in the Faculty of Kinesiology with hopes of continuing further into the line of sports medicine. I would like to give a big thank you to the Genesis Center for being a key factor in funding my education for this past year. Entering university gives students the challenge of finding financial stability, and I was fortunate enough to be chosen for this scholarship, which has taken off a major portion of my tuition and allowed me to focus more time on my studies rather than my finances. Thank you so much for your generosity and giving me the pleasure of being a Genesis Center Student Award recipient.
Great. Thank you, ladies, and best of luck. We have a lot of exciting opportunities at the Genesis Center, and we all look forward to continuing the work of bridging people in shared celebration, learning, and play. At this time, I'm proud to announce the 3 organizations who are recipients of our 2021 community grants. These initiatives inspire our community by bringing ideas and residents together to ensure our neighborhoods are more impactful, inviting, committed, visionary, and of course, resilient. Congratulations to the Eastside Memorial Football Club, Tuxus, and the Canadian Cultural Mosaic Foundation. Let's hear what these great groups are all about.
Hello, my name is Katie Choi, and I'm a part of Tuxus, the Youth Parliament of Alberta. Tuxus is the longest-running youth-led parliament in Canada. With over 100 years of creating a community of powerful youth leadership, our mission is to better our community by inspiring youth to become leaders. We create a network of passionate young Albertans by empowering them through their public speaking, debate, and outreach skills. With the Genesis Center Community Grant, we will establish Alberta's first ever youth-led parliamentary shadow program. In July, Albertan youth from underprivileged, marginalized, and remote communities will receive first-hand mentorship from an MLA to discover the intricacies of their roles as a provincial representative, receive professional development training in workshops, and have the opportunity to conduct research on the role of youth in government. Through this program, we'll enable youth from across the province to meaningfully interact with important dignitaries while creating opportunities to learn skills that are necessary for leadership, not typically accessible to underprivileged youth from marginalized communities. By the end of this seminar, the interns will prepare a report and present their findings at a youth summit. Here, youth Albertans will gather to identify areas of concern for youth, brainstorm policy solutions to these problems, and compile their findings into briefing notes to be presented to relevant ministries. During this, the information discovered during the Parliamentary Shadow Program will be used to develop a debate resolution which will conclude the summit. We hope this project will continue annually, and the money from the Genesis Center will allow us to build the foundation of this program through outreach and funding the program itself.
Hi there, my name is Iman Bukhari and I'm a member of the Canadian Cultural Mosaic Foundation, an award-winning not-for-profit organization run by committed volunteers that are millennials and Gen Z. We work to improve race relations across Calgary and beyond, and also mitigate racism and create cultural understanding through multicultural education, technology, and arts. We often partner with local ethnic associations to bring programming. And that's why I have someone here with me who will introduce themselves now.
Hi, my name is Javedia Amir, and I'm president of Pakistani Canadian Cultural Association. This association was created just to bring culture and our family ethics and other stuff for our youth and for the families who are living in Calgary Northeast.
Yes. So both our organizations, both Canadian Cultural Mosaic Foundation and the Pakistani Canadian Culture Association, are partnering together to use this Genesis Center Fund to create a weekly online program catered to Pakistani Canadian youth living in Northeast Calgary to connect back to their cultural roots through various different online workshops such as language reading and writing, cooking, sports, community discussions, and related workshops.
As a member of this organization, we learned that our youth needs to learn more about our culture and the things they're going through. They are struggling through the Islamic phobia and racism. It's very necessary for them to have such kind of a program in which they can learn online such things like family ethics and languages and other cultural things. So hopefully this program will be very useful for our youth.
Yeah, thank you so much, Javeria. So thank you, Genesis Center, for allowing us to do this programming with your grant. We're incredibly excited.
Eastside Memorial Football Club is excited that we were able to receive a Genesis grant to help assist our community outreach program for the Northeast community and helping us cultivate and express our diverse backgrounds and contributions to the 19 communities in the area through the sport of soccer. The importance to give back and support in the growth of the Northeast community is the priority of this partnership. Creating role models for future generations as mentors, players, coaches, good students, good citizens, and responsible city members is the prime objective of this mutual collaboration. This partnership will concentrate on the children and youth enrichment through a grassroots urban festival. So this Just Kicking It is a 2-day event festival designed to allow as many players from the designated communities to play soccer in a fun-filled environment. This free event will allow us to follow the recommendations from the FIFA Grassroots program and have these festivals incorporate both dynamic and age-appropriate activities and small-sided games where all players have the opportunity to learn and improve their skills while moving through stations and games. EMFC coaching educational staff will be on site to help run the festival by assisting and organizing the fields, the use of equipment, and design of appropriate player activities and these small-sided games. We are excited to be a part of these festivals and to give back to the community in which we and our members enjoy living. Can't wait for the summer to be able to do these. Come be a part of our community and our family at www.emfc.ca and see what EMFC has for you and your parents and players.
Great. Thank you to everyone who submitted an application. We encourage anyone who has not chosen to apply again next year and keep up the great work. We just love seeing all the great projects happening in our community and happy to be part of them in this small way. At this point, I would like to call upon Thomas Hansen to present the 2020 audited financials as well as the appointment of the 2021 auditor. Thomas?
Thank you. I'm pleased to be here this evening to present the 2020 audited financials. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the work and leadership of our outgoing Finance Committee Chair, Gavir Jahal. We are grateful for her many years of support and dedication to the Genesis Centre. I'd also like to acknowledge the incredible work of the Genesis Centre administration. Through their hard work and diligence, despite all the challenges that 2020 presented, the Genesis Centre has maintained a strong financial position. An excerpt of our audited financials are included on page 12 and 13 of the annual report. You'll notice that our 2020 revenue is down to $2.6 million. You'll also find a corresponding reduction in expenses to $2.7 million. This resulted in a net deficiency of revenue over expenses of $102,000. This is actually a slight reduction from a pre-COVID 2019 deficiency of $117,000. This really shows the great work done by the staff to control costs during this extremely difficult 2020 fiscal year. As mentioned, an excerpt of the financials is published in the annual report, which can be found on our website, and a link is provided on the sidebar of this Zoom screen. The full financials can be found on the website along with the annual report for anyone wanting to look at the entire audited financials. With that, I'd like to call for motion 1321 to accept the NECCS audited financial statements for fiscal year end of 2020 as presented.
Can I have a verbal seconder for that, please?
I second, Sharon.
Thank you, Tiffany. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns with regards to the audited financial statements? Hearing none, are there any objections to the motion? Hearing none, the motion is passed. Thank you, Thomas.
I'd also like to call motion 1421 to appoint an auditor engaged through the Federation of Calgary Communities for the fiscal year end of 2021.
Again, I would like a verbal seconder for that, please.
I second it, Yuvraj.
Thank you, Yuvraj. Are there any questions or comments with regards to the auditor? Hearing none, are there any objections to this auditor, to the motion for this auditor? Hearing none, the motion to engage the Federation of Calgary Communities for the fiscal year end 2021 has been approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, Thomas. I will actually email out a copy of our annual report. It will be on our website as well, but I don't have the link right on me. So I will email a copy for everyone who'd like to see, and it is available on our website as well as our previous years, should you want to look back. At this point, I'd please welcome Tiffany Novotny and Sharon Evans to present the slate for the 2021-2022 Board of Directors, and to thank our outgoing board members for their dedication and work on the Genesis Center Board of Directors over the past several years. Tiffany and Sharon?
Thank you, Sherry. At this time, I'd like to take an opportunity to specifically thank the board members who are leaving us, Sue, Gravir, and Erica, as well as Anan and Alicia, who had to resign their positions earlier in their year. Their service and dedication to the Genesis Center has propelled the organization to what we are today. We appreciate all of their work and wish them all the best in future endeavors. There will be a small token of our appreciation that will be sent out to them. So thank you very much for all of the years that you have worked with us. Tiffany?
Yes, thank you, Sharon. I'd like to also thank the outgoing board members. And at this time, I'll take the opportunity to talk about our new slate of board members. From November of last year through February of 2021, we conducted a competitive process to fulfill our slate of 2021-22 board members. You can see the names listed here on the slide. I can walk through them. Sharon Evans, myself, Tiffany Novotny, Thomas Hansen, Yuvraj Singh, Sukhvinder Malhotra, Syed Hussain, Greg Steiner, Harmeet Sandhu, Manroop Dhariwal, Stan Sandhu, Kimberly Karpenko, Rania Kabalan, and Wes Hind. Don't think I missed anyone. Nope. Okay. At this point, I'd like to ask if there's any nominations from the floor. No, hearing none, I'd like to call for motion 1521 to accept the slated members of the Board of Directors as presented.
Can I have a verbal second on that, please?
I second it, Sharon Syed here.
Thank you, Syed. Are there any comments, questions, or concerns from the floor? Hearing none. Are there any objections to this motion? Hearing none, the slate of directors that has been presented will be accepted. Thank you. Thank you very much to the nomination committee for all of their work and for finding these great candidates to join the board. Thank you so much to the committee, and thank you so much to the new members of the board.
Great. Thank you, Tiffany and Sharon, and welcome to our brand new board. It's always great to work with you guys, and we're super excited for this new year and our new adventure. That concludes the formal portion of tonight's annual general meeting. We will call for an adjournment and then open the floor for a brief Q&A period. Thank you all for attending tonight, and thank you for your resiliency during these unprecedented times. Sharon?
Thank you. Can I please have a verbal motion for the adjournment?
To adjourn.
Thank you, Thomas. So the motion to adjourn the meeting has been passed. Thank you. We'll now move on to questions and answers if anyone has any.
Perfect. Yeah, we have a few minutes for a quick couple questions. Just note that we might not be able to get to everyone, but please make sure that you reach out to our team at any time. Please type your questions to the mediator in the chat bar. And Mohammed, do we have any questions?
No, we currently do not as of now. But here, Jonas shared the link, so I'm putting that as well for the annual reports. If anyone wants to click access to it's right here.
Perfect. Great.
Thanks, Jonah.
As you can tell, we're normally prepared to have quite a few people from the community, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have a lot of guests tonight. So, you know, I'll just open it up. If anyone wants to unmute and ask any questions, please do so. If not, we will leave it at that and enjoy the little bit of sunshine that's left for the evening. That awkward silence where nobody has a question or a joke or an anecdote or anything, but that's okay. So again, please feel free to send me an email at any time if you have any questions whatsoever. Thank you all for being part of our AGM and part of our Genesis family. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.